Hi everybody, this is Trina, aka Mineral Mama. How y'all doing? So I wanted to talk about boron and borax and some of the comments and conversations. It was yesterday, y'all, that I didn't realize that a lot of the comments were being filtered based on what people were saying. And some were some beautiful comments and some were some comments. Well, I'll tell you the one favorable comments that I posted that comment in my link on my page. And it was a guy, he was saying that my grandmother, she took borax, added it to her water every day. And he said she brushed her teeth with baking soda and she lived to be 99 years old. And I'm like, wow, this is what I'm talking about, just to encourage me, okay? But some of the comments were, why are you having people telling people to take borax? It says do not ingest. It's poison. It's detergent. Let me tell you something, okay? First of all, you got the wrong one, okay? Because for me, I don't operate in that fear base. Remember, if you've never heard this comment ever before, remember this. They say he who controls the information controls the world. And they have been controlling the information, using it to manipulate the masses of people, okay? So when you see something like that, at this point, we've been following the protocol, right? That's what this channel, that's what you all that came into my box with that negativity, they've been controlling the information long enough. And we followed them. Some people followed and been compliant with this whole institution of medical. They've been compliant all the way to their grave, all the way to don't have no teeth. Somebody was in my comment and they said they've been going to the dentist their whole life and now they don't have any teeth, right? That's compliance, okay? All the way to no teeth. So by the time we get to my page, it's because we're tired of following that practice and getting nowhere, okay? This is more like a thinking out the box type of platform that I have, because that's the type of person that I am. If you want some different alternatives, right? God bless me to be a genius when it comes to my research. And I don't mean research like I'm just online. Online ain't giving you no answers. Not like that. You got to discern that information. You got to study to show yourself approved. Reading books, and even the researchers. I even study the people who's conducting the research. There's some research in my book, for example, then I'm going to get back to boron and borax, where the researchers are studying some girls back in 1924 in Ohio. They were from the 5th grade to the 12th grade, right? And they're studying their thyroid. And I'm like, the way that I research is I ask my ancestors, why are they studying girls from the 5th grade through the 12th grade? What is happening that is unique when a girl is in the 5th grade to the 12th grade? Right? This is how I research. And then I said, oh my God, you know what's happening? They're getting their menstrual cycle and their breast is starting to grow. That's what's happening. Okay? So when I share information with people, I promise you, I've done my research, my homework. I done talked to the Most High. I done spoke to my ancestors, right? And at this point, when I do come, it's like, share the information with my people, right? Those are the kind of messages that I get because my people are in trouble. That's what I hear, right? That's what I hear from the Most High. My people are in trouble, right? Nope. And the help comes through each other. Some people, when they hear it, some of you hear it, you're amazing because you recognize and you hear a different message. You hear something that you hadn't heard before, right? You hear a recipe, a divine recipe to help us get out of the jam that we in. So for the other ones that, that you operate in fear, don't operate in fear on this page. Don't operate in fear in my comments. Take that fear and y'all go on and be compliant and you keep getting your root canals. You keep getting your mercury, keep getting your implants, keep getting bone grafts, right? Keep getting surgeries, keep taking prescription medicines like Premarin, giving women horses urine. Y'all know that they've been that Premarin, that horse's urine, they've been giving that to about 9 million women are on that horse's urine prescription. And they've been on it since 1942, some people. I ain't saying that the person's been on it that long, but they've been distributing it that long, right? So we're dealing with a situation where it's almost like the institutions, when it comes to women, it's like, oh, they coming for us with everything they got, right? So this not the time to be operating in compliance and keep doing the same thing we've been doing. So the guy that wrote that comment about my grandma did this borax for 99 years. That's a kind of not just faith, but boldness. Okay, that's the kind of boldness I'm looking for. Grandma did it. Okay, I'm gonna go back for a second. I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna add a little bit more about that dental story. Remember when I told y'all when I went to the dentist, I had them remove that root. I had them to remove the root canal, and they installed the implant. I had been taking the vitamins and minerals for a whole month before I went to Borax, right? So by the time the dental assistant, when she asked me, when she saw how well my bones in my mouth were healing, how well the implant was taken, and when she said, are you taking boron? Like, you're taking boron. And I said, yes, I am. How did you know? She said, because I could see how well your bones were healing. Keep this in mind, y'all. The vitamins and minerals that I told y'all I was taking for the whole month that I got from the dental office, it had boron in it. But she didn't ask me, did you finish taking all the vitamins and minerals that we gave you? She didn't say that. She said, are you taking boron? She was talking about something different, right? She didn't say borax, but she knew, right? Because I was already taking boron. Okay, but some of you that feel more comfortable, taking a boron from the store, do that. Here's the thing that is interesting, right? So when it comes to boron, here's a picture. So we're going to clear this up. Whether should I get the borax or the boron, or should I go to the health food store and get the cute little kind that we call the medical grade, or whatever. Okay, so boron is pretty much in two places, they say. It is at the Mojave Desert and in Turkey. Some people feel like boron is fallen stars, fallen meteors, which are stars. I think that's an interesting concept. I don't know how true it is or how true it's not, but guess what? If I'm eating some freaking stars, I'm okay with that. Okay? I'm okay with getting a little bit of meteor. I think it's important. So now we're getting some earth, air, ocean, and sun, and some stars. I'm like, for me, how amazing is that? So here's the deal. So it only falls in those two places. So that means that some manufacturer got to go there, get that boron where it fell, okay, and then dilute it, and then put a little bit of drops in add some water. Because you think they care about you like that to go and clean it up real good? We just going to the source and getting our own boron. That's all we're doing. And here's another thing. That borax team of 20 mules, I always say 40. That borax team of 20 mules. The label, the brand is borax. But guess what? There are two different types of borons, right? Two different types. And one of the types is called, one of the types is called borax. So they named that box, their brand, after a type of boron, which is all that it is. So when we're taking boron, whether it says tetraborate or tetraborate cyclate or sodium borate or sodium tetraboric cyclate, or sodium tetro, or sodium borate, however they come up with the name. We talking about sodium and boron with some oxygen, right? And so on this platform, by the time we done followed them, one woman, what did she say? She said she had pain in her neck. She had a root canal with the pain coming from the root canal going down her neck, and she had breast cancer. She said now check this out. She said her oncologist did not want her. She said it kind of strong-armed her into don't get that root canal removed. But she got it removed anyway. And she said as soon as she had that root canal removed, she said that pain that was radiating down her neck, that pain was gone by the time she walked to the parking lot and got to her car, right? And she'd been breast cancer free for 9 months. And somebody else said, hey, about 97% of women or 90% of women that are getting root canal, they're finding some association with breast cancer, right? So for y'all that's up in my comments talking all of that compliance, don't come over here with that, because I don't want to hear it. And I think by the time we get here and you listening to me and the people that are in concert with what I'm talking about, we're finding our own path, because we've been following what the path that they created, this darkness that covered the people. We tired of being in darkness, and we ready for some light, and we ready for some alternatives, and we don't need permission, okay, to take borax or to take boron. So please don't come with that, right? Because it's going to be some other unorthodox supplements, right? You don't understand the supplements the way God gave it to me to understand. It's a whole lot of stuff I can help people with, and over time that I will. But if you want to keep doing the alternative boron, do that, right? If you don't buy into the whole borax, don't take it. Okay? Nobody's strong arming you not to take it. But guess what? It don't have any side effects. Grandma been taking it since she was 99 years old. And I'm following that young man's grandma. Okay? And I didn't even know about his grandma when I started taking the board. I just go with what feels right and what makes sense, right? The other thing, some of you are amazing. You are so precious. Once somebody said I could listen to you talk all day. Kat, you are so sweet, sending donations. I got people in here sending donations, precious, right? Because that's how it's supposed to work. It's like money is an exchange of energy. You get something that is life-saving, that is life-changing. What's the other lady said? And I have her in my comment section too. I screenshot it and I posted it. She said for 10 years, her teeth have been shifting in her mouth for 10 years. And she said the first week she started taking borax, she said everything is still in her mouth. That's amazing. That's all I'm here for, right? It's so we can help each other out, right? And that's it. So we can help each other out. So anyway, that's why I call my company. I just started a little company, and I ain't made $1 yet. But I called it. Well, like, what am I going to call my company so when it take off? And I said, I'm going to call it something that you all remember. And I said, I'm going to call my company Minerally Made, because we are minerally made. We not disease made, right? So all that whole disease world, that's a whole nother world. God didn't create that disease world. That world don't even exist. It's like he made the earth, air, ocean, and sun, or source, or whatever you want to call it. He and she, because I believe it's she as well, But however we want to identify this collective conscious of intelligence, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's this collective conscious of intelligence, whatever name you want to give it, right? And so that's what when the earth, air, ocean, and sun and all that was created, and then man and woman, I mean, that's your strength. That's your source. And for me, when it said, and it was made perfect, and then we came, to me, we were made perfect, right? We wasn't made diseased. We was made perfect. So this whole disease world that your negative people want to follow, keep following the disease world. Because like I said, my company, I called it Minerally Made, to remind us that we're made of minerals, right? And the minerals and the vitamins help also, okay? But start looking for the deficiency of the mineral. That's what I do, right? I don't believe in a disease model. I don't think anybody should believe in a disease model. As a matter of fact, I'm here on the planet to put a stop to the disease model, to put a stop to you all believing in that crap. It is some crap. Don't nobody have a disease. I've been able to follow the deficiency. I'm like, don't believe in it, just like scurvy, right? If you believe in that whole scurvy with the nosebleed that I talked about before, and you follow the scurvy, it ends up being a lemon or a vitamin C deficiency. So if you took lemons all the time or vitamin C, guess what? Scurvy would never exist. It's the same way with every disease. That's how I figured out my son's learning disability, right? I'm like, does my son have a learning disability, or does my son have a deficiency? I found a deficiency. When somebody has cancer, don't nobody have no cancer gene. That's another narrative crap, right? What's the deficiency? There's a deficiency. So I named my company Minerally Made, so you can always remember, I'm minerally made. I'm not disease made. And you are minerally made. You are not disease made, okay? And so I named it that so you can always remember, minerally made. We are minerally made people. It say that we came from the dust. Man came from the dust of the earth. But I said, but we need minerals from the ocean too. Okay? So anyway, don't be afraid. Don't operate in fear, because God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and sound mind. Exercise your power. Exercise your sound mind, but don't operate in fear, and don't allow these folks to come up in my comment section like, oh, that's poison. Oh, that's this. Have you operate in fear? That's what they do. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to have some healthier teeth. Our children are going to have some healthier teeth, okay? Because we're going to chart a new path and follow a new path. And so that's why I'm here, to help us chart a new path, right? And later for that old crap that we've been following, right? That's killing us and destroying us and having our children have learning disabilities and all of that. They're not giving you the answers. They're not going to give you the answers. But if you stay on this page, I'll give you all the answers that the Most High and my ancestors have given me. Take care, y'all. This is Mineral Mama. Sorry if I sound like I'm venting, but the rest of y'all that be on this platform, that be reposting, I love you. I thank you. I appreciate you. The rest of y'all that be saving and you be liking, I thank you. Thank you so much. The ones that be sending donations, I appreciate you. Just as much as you appreciate me, I appreciate you. This is Mineral Mama. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful day.